Most developers use OAuth on daily basis, but if you ask them how does it work, then only few of them would be able to explain it. So I'll take a deep dive into OAuth and decode it for you. Before explaining how does OAuth work, let me make you understand why does OAuth even exist? What is the need of OAuth? So in older days, suppose you need to share something that is present on your Google Drive to any other third-party app, what would you have done? So in that case, you would have shared your username and password of your Google, and that will be the most unsecured way. So to solve this problem, OAuth was developed. In OAuth, you don't actually share the username and password to any third-party application, but you provide one token, and that token has only capability to share only limited resources that you allow, and that token can be revoked at any time whenever you want. So this is like limited access and for limited amount of time. This can be understood by one analogy. Suppose you go to any mall or anywhere and you have to get your car parked. So for parking, you don't give entire keychain to valet. You only give the car key. You don't give the keychain that will be having your home keys and all. So this is a limited access. And whenever you don't need to get it parked, you take back the key. So let me make you understand how does it work. So there will be user like you and me. So this is you, and suppose let me give example of Spotify. So 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 there will be one client in this case, that is Spotify. So user want to use Spotify, but Spotify says that if you want to use me, you will need to log in first. So to log in, Spotify will provide you some options like you can log in with Google. So Spotify says that you can log in with Google. Suppose you choose Google. So you choose login with Google. Okay, you tap on this one. Then Spotify will share this request to one authorization server, auth server, and this server can be any server. So in this case, this will be Google Auth server. Okay, and there will be one more thing, that will be your resource. For our case, Spotify will ask for which resource. It will ask for email, and it will ask for name. So this will be resource, and this resource will be stored on Google servers. Okay, so ultimately the target of Spotify will be to get this email or name. So whenever user clicks on login with Google, the request will be forwarded to Google Auth server, and this request will be forwarded by Spotify. So Spotify will say that this user is ask. So Spotify will say that I need this user's email and name. So that thing in technical term is called as consent. Consent, and it will also share client ID. These two things will be shared to Google Auth server. Our Google Auth server will send request to user. So the Google Auth server will show one consent screen. Consent screen to user. Now Google will see this screen and user will say that okay, Spotify wants to access this email and name. Should I allow? So user will know that okay, I had requested to log in with Google, so that's why this request is coming. So user will say that okay, yes, I allow. Yes, I allow. So allow what? So here user will get option to select resources like email and name. Now Google Earth server will be able to know that okay, user has provided me access. User has provided me consent to share a token that can be used by Spotify to access this resource. Okay, now what will be happened? So now the Spotify will get one auth auth code, you can say auth code. Now using this auth code, Spotify can ask for token. So Spotify will use this auth code and also it will share the client ID and there is one more thing, that is client secret. So anyone who has implemented OAuth, they will know that uh, whenever you need to implement something like login with Google on your website, you will need to register with Google, and Google will provide you client ID and client secret. The same client ID and secret will be shared to Google Auth server at this point of time. Now Google will know that okay, Spotify has already registered with me and this is the same client that is requesting access for resources. So it will provide Spotify the token. With token, it will also provide one refresh token. Refresh token. Now this token will be used by Spotify to access the resource. Access resource. So it will give token in that request and the resource server will know okay, now it has valid access token, so I will give you this resource. So this resource, that is in this case email and the name of the user, will be granted to the Spotify. Now Spotify can use this email and name to sign in. So this is how OAuth works. Now what is this refresh token? So this refresh token is a token that is used to get another token whenever the existing token expires. So this token has expiry. Usually it expires in 1 hour. So when this expires, Spotify will use refresh token to get another token and then get the latest data. So this is how OAuth works. This is how OAuth works. So now you know how does OAuth work. So the point to remember is that we have 4 entities. First one will be your client. In our example, it's Spotify. The second one is user. Third one is authorization server. The authorization server is responsible for managing tokens and all. The fourth one is resource. The resource is what Spotify needs. In our case, it's email and username or name. Hope you like this video. If you like it, please do comment and share it with your friends. And if you have any doubt, please give it in comment and I will try to resolve it. Thank you.